Student Trustee report. Brandon.
Hi everyone, good to be here tonight. So I'll start off with saying I attended the ICCB Student Advisory Committee meeting held in Peoria, Illinois at Illinois Central College earlier this month. Students in different roles at their respective colleges talked about Perkins 5 and career technical education. We were also given a legislative update on different bills that were being proposed and were asked to give student feedback. Lastly, we planned for Student Advocacy Day, which gives a chance for some students to lobby at the state capitol in April. This past weekend, I served on a panel with other CLC students for an event called College Palooza at Vernon Hills High School, which is where I went to high school. We were asked why we chose to attend CLC, and each of us had a different perspective, which made for great answers to the people who were listening, and to see what CLC has to offer for those people who wanted to be there. For me, this opportunity was amazing, as I got to advocate for the school through my personal experiences. Student Government Association is accepting applications for new officers to serve in the upcoming academic year. On April 11th, in the Student Commons, students who are running for president, vice president, and treasurer will debate against one another for office, and the student body votes on who should be in office next year. So today, the senators voted in a new student trustee who's going to be taking my place in the April board meeting, and she's actually here tonight. Alexa, you want to stand up real quick? This is Alexa.
Welcome.
She had a great interview, and she's going to be doing a lot of great things for the college when I'm ready to go. It's been a great experience, and I'm really excited for what she has to offer. And she's here tonight, so she can see how the whole process goes, and I'm really excited. So March is Women's History Month. The Women's Center offers several events and activities, including the 7th Annual Women's Symposium in collaboration with Sister to Sister. This event was aimed to empower the women in the community, along with students and staff who might need extra motivation to envision the future, prepare for a new career, and plan for future success. And after many months of discussion, Student Government's Legacy Project will hopefully become a reality. SGA decided to make use of the patio area outside the Cafe Welcome. The final idea is to create a pergola open to all students in the warmer times of the year. After discussing dimension, style, location, and other details, the project is finalized, and we need extra supervision, and we need permission to go forward with it. So the idea behind this project is to leave a legacy for SGA, and as well as lead students and even clubs outside to study, eat, or just hang out. SGA President Anya Luce spoke with Mike Welch with hopes of receiving permission to go forward with the project. And that concludes my report.
Thank you, Brandon. Board activities. The Illinois Community College Trustee Association seminar and meetings. Trustee Barbara Oschlager, Julie Shiroka, and I attended the ICCTA seminar and meetings on March 8th and 9th in Naperville. President Lori Suddick attended the ICCTA's President's Council. Actually, it's not the ICCTA's President's Council. It's a council of all of its own. And Barb, you have something you want to partake with?
Yes, I will. One of the professional development seminars that was presented to us was on the graduated income tax plan that Governor Pritzker is proposing, and it was quite interesting. Also include a capital development piece in there as well. And I'm not sure if the College of Lake County has yet, but we're being asked to certainly make our needs known in the area of deferred maintenance and capital needs to our folks in Springfield. One of the other things we talked about, and you may have heard me over the years talk about the way the College of Lake County invests their money, and there are only certain ways we can invest it because we don't want to do anything risky. Well, that was also one of the items that we discussed in Springfield, and we're going to be asking for input from all of the chief financial officers to look at amending the Illinois Public Investment Act to give us a little bit more flexibility to invest the way we use some of our funds. One of the other pieces that I think is significant, as you may or may not know, the Illinois Community College Board, which is the governing entity over all community colleges in the state of Illinois, Their board is actually appointed by the governor. For I don't know how many years, the Illinois Community College Trustees Association has been able to recommend, if you will, appoint one of our trustees from across the state as a member of the ICCB. At this point, there are 3 community college trustees that are being recommended to the governor's office to sit on that most prestigious board. And they are, get these names right here, Dr. Claire Oleas from Elgin Community College, William Kelly from Harper Community College, and another individual that you might recognize, Rich Anderson from the College of Lake County. So hopefully at least one of those folks will be accepted by the administration, and of course we all hope that it's Rich. A couple of other, or condolences, right? A couple of other things. We had a roundtable discussion, the trustees across the state, and some of the topics we talked about was the new minimum wage and how it's going to impact community colleges across the state. And I got to tell you, I was flabbergasted when I heard some of the dollar amounts, that raising the minimum wage to $15, what it was going to cost community colleges across the state. We did some research at College of Lake County, and it will cost the College of Lake County about $1.2 million. I thought that was a lot. There are other community colleges across the state that are going to be well over $2 million. So that's, to me, that's not good news. The other thing we talked about, and keep your eye on this one as time goes on, is what the impact of the proposed legislation for legalizing marijuana would do. Some of the pitfalls, because it's not legal at the federal level, and there's some legalities in there, so keep an eye on that as it goes on. And then lastly, the Illinois Community College Trustees Association is currently conducting a search for a new executive director. Our executive director, Mike Monahan, is going to be retiring this year, and we're in the process of reviewing those applications. Both Rich Anderson and I are on that search committee. And the next meeting of the Board of Reps is going to be April 30th in Springfield, and we will be having our lobby day on May 1st in Springfield as well. And that concludes my report.
Okay, thank you. Trustee Oslager and Julie.
Barb did a great job. The only other thing in the professional growth session that they talked about that I thought was interesting was enrollment among Illinois community colleges and Illinois student flight out of the state of Illinois and the challenges that that's bringing to Illinois community colleges. So I thought that presentation also.
Yes, there was a lot of conversation about that. Yes. I think that's coming up.
Okay.
Yes. The Illinois Community College Board Student Advisory Committee. Brandon, you already talked about that, right? Okay, so Association of Community College Trustees Governance Leadership Institute. Amanda Holland attended the ACCT Governance Leadership Institute March 11 through 13, held at Portland Community College in Portland, Oregon. And Trustee Holland, would you like to comment?
This was something that was a lot different from our usual large attendance board meetings or trustee meetings. This was called Safeguarding Your College. It was a special edition workshop, and there were people from all over the country. Some were trustees, some were community campus officers, we had a sheriff there, some were IT people from the college. And what they did over the days that we were there was extremely intensive. We were there from like 7:45 in the morning until 5:30 at night at Rock Creek campus for Portland Community College. And the things that they covered for us were art of being ready for anything. Do you believe your college is resilient, and how do you figure out what you need to do to make it resilient? Then they had people from the Umpqua Community College that had the shooting out there in Portland come and show us and I've given all this information both to Dr. Suddick and to Chief Gunther because it's all in PowerPoint presentations so that they can go through and pull out what might be applicable to us. But what they showed us was things that happened that they did not anticipate ahead of time. Of course, nobody ever expected to have the shooting there, but things that the rest of us can learn from to make our situation not only safer, but our response faster in the event that something like that happens. We also had recovery of supporting victims and survivors' needs. They talked about things that they wished that they had done or they hadn't thought of. We also had a session on intervention teams and networks. Then there was another one about trauma-informed sexual assault investigations and what do you do with those. Guns on campus, concealed carry, and policy development. And then one of the last two, actually the last two were really interesting, confronting natural disasters, where they had people there from one of the colleges in Texas that had flooded, and all of the things that they had to go through after the hurricane, with all of the issues that they had not foreseen and things that they had to deal with after. And then we had people there from Santa Barbara who had been through the fires and the mudslides and how that affected the work at the college campus. You know, what do you do when your electricity is gone and you've got no access to anything and roads are shut down? The final one was cybersecurity, and that probably was the most frightening because we had some people there who were technical experts, and that's all their company does is cybersecurity issues, and they showed how easy it is to backdoor to get into things that people, if they want to hack your system, can actually even go through somebody's code that runs your heating and cooling system and thereby backdoor into your computer system and thereby backdoor into something else. So it's kind of frightening to see that that was out there, and I knew we had issues with things here with finances trying to be pulled from places they shouldn't be. But this information should be helpful so that all the proper teams at the various campuses can get the bits and pieces that are relevant to them, and maybe we can avoid some of the mistakes that some of the other colleges had to deal with. So it was definitely useful.
Thank you, Amanda. 2019 Veterans Creative Arts Festival. I was able to welcome the attendees to the 2019 Veterans Creative Arts Festival held on campus March 14th at the Grays Lake campus. This event is held in partnership with the Captain James A. Lovell Federal Healthcare Center's Recreational Therapy Department. This is an event that has grown tremendously in the last few years and does so much to help reintegrate our veterans back from their service to their country. So it's always a great thing to have this on the college campus. The American Association of Community Colleges at the upcoming American Association of Community Colleges, AACC, 99th Annual Convention in April in Orlando. Trustee Barbara Oschlager and 3 CLC staff members will conduct a session entitled Employment, Graduation, and Transfer Comprehensive Outcomes. And let's see, we will read an update on the ICCTA. Few board reminders. 2019 CLC Foundation Scholarship Reception will be held on Sunday, April 7th at 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Doubletree Hotel in Mundelein. I'm sure that all the board members got the invitation. A committee of the whole board meeting will be held on Tuesday, April 9th at 6 p.m. at the Grays Lake campus. The board will have dinner at 5 with the college leadership team and representatives from the classified, specialist senates, and administrative professional council. Before the board meeting on Tuesday, April 23rd, there will be a reception to recognize the many years of service of outgoing CLC trustee Barbara Oschlager. The reception will be held from 4 to 5:30 p.m. at the Grays Lake campus. So mark that in your calendars, and all of you are invited to come and honor the many years of service.
Will there be food?
There will be food, yes. There will be food. And let's see. Please mark your calendars also for CLC's commencement ceremonies to be held at 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. on Saturday, May 18th. Lunch will be served on campus between the ceremonies, and a board dinner is planned for 6 p.m. that evening at Primo Italiano in Bernie. And this concludes my report. And next up is our president, Dr. Sutton. Oh, wait a second. UCLC had a meeting, and our representative, Catherine Snicker, will be addressing.
All right, thank you. We did meet last Wednesday, and we did have a reception as well for Dr. Gary Grace, who retired.
Was it food?
There was food, and it was fabulous. So we did say goodbye to an outstanding long-serving leader who had been with the University Center of Lake County since its inception in 2005, and actually a little bit earlier as part of the planning team. And we welcomed our new director, Mr. Joel Williams. So that was really a lovely piece. But I also wanted to bring to the board's attention a conversation that we began that I'm extremely passionate about, and I think our board is as well. And that is taking the opportunity with Dr. Sutton as well as now a new director to really push the discussion around enhancing our partnership between UCLC and CLC. You think about the College of Lake County and the Lake County CLC Promise. I would love to see us create a program that begins with a CLC Promise and ends with a 4-year degree, and creating that pathway in a really solid way. And so one of the conversation points that we centered around as a board was, what can we do as two boards to partnership and really push this agenda? For me, it's less about pushing the agenda and more about freeing our staff to do what I know they want to do as well. So I welcome discussion and action around that point. So.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.